Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back or welcome to my channel if you are new. Before going any farther into today's video, please be sure to click that subscribe button. We are trying to reach 5K by the end of August, so if you like what you see here, please remember to subscribe. It really helps to support and grow my channel. It is definitely not every day that a smaller influencer or smaller creator like myself gets to work with a company that they really admire, so I am crazy excited for today's video. Today we are going to be doing a deep dive and full review on Factor 75. Now, for those who don't know, Factor 75 is a meal delivery service where you are able to order microwavable, healthy meals that are also delicious and affordable. Eating healthy is very important to me, but sometimes being as busy as I am, it's not ultra convenient to have to cook every single night. And yes, I do love to meal prep, but in all honesty, sometimes I just don't have the time on certain days. So I have actually been on the hunt for a really long time to find a healthy, microwavable meal plan. The problem is though, like, to be totally transparent, any that I've tried in the past are really not that great. The food doesn't taste that fresh. It definitely tastes like it's been pre-made and it's been frozen, and also it's just been way too expensive to justify it. Factor caught my eye a couple months ago on Instagram, and I was immediately drawn to the recipes that they had. The customer reviews seemed really authentic and very positive, and they had options for somebody like me who typically likes to follow a more paleo diet plan. So I reached out to the team at Factor 75 and I just told them that their company really intrigued me. I sent them a link to my YouTube channel and they were so kind and incredibly generous and wanted to send me some meals to try. I do just want to say right here before we go any farther, this video is not sponsored at all. I was not paid to do this. They didn't even tell me that I had to make a video about this. They just said, let us send you like a week's worth of meals and anything else you see on the website that piques your interest, and just like let us know your thoughts. So by sending me free food to try, in no way were they expecting any sort of like video or post about it. I'm just doing it specifically because I was so impressed by this company. And I know that a lot of you guys are looking for ways to make healthy food and healthy living a bit more accessible and less time consuming, because I know that a lot of you guys are like me, and while you might enjoy cooking, sometimes you just seriously don't have the time, and look, I get it. The team at Factor 75 were also so kind and actually gave me a discount code to share with you guys if you want to try them out. If you use the code RUBY2020, you get $30 off your first 2 orders, which is actually insane because in the grand scheme of things, compared to other meal delivery services, they are super reasonably priced. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner options, and if you decided to do the plan with like 12 meals a week, I think it breaks down to like $11 per meal, which for a service like this is really kind of unbelievable. So before sending me some meals to try, they asked me if I had any dietary preferences, and so I basically told them I prefer to follow a paleo diet if I can. I don't eat fish, fun fact about me. I don't know if anybody actually knows that. And I try to avoid spicy foods because I'm kind of a baby when it comes to anything like with a kick to it. I also saw that on their website they had just released cold pressed juices for the first time, and if anybody knows me, you know I love some juices. So I told them if I could try out a couple flavors of that too, that would be awesome. And they were so sweet, you guys. They sent me 4 meals and then they sent me every single flavor of their new cold pressed juices, so we had a lot to try out. And this video would be pretty boring if I just like sat here and talked to you guys about the food without even showing you. So what I did was I vlogged every single day of me trying Factor 75's meals, and we did little taste tests, and I gave you guys kind of my quick like first thoughts. So without further ado, let's just jump right into those. Alrighty guys, it is day 1, or should I say night 1, of trying out Factor's meals. Tonight we are having the sun-dried tomato chicken. This is one of those recipes that when they were asking me what meals I wanted to try, this totally stuck out to me. It looks so good, and it has zucchini noodles if I'm remembering correctly. So if we flip it over, we see the directions as well as specifically what's in the meal. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, so this meal is also keto. So it says to microwave it on high for about 2 minutes and maybe 30 seconds if you need anything more. And I love that literally all the ingredients are listed right here, and you can make out everything that is put into each one of these meals. So let's pop this in the microwave. I'm seriously like so pumped and I'm so hungry. The team over at Factor was also super kind and sent me all 4 flavors of their new pressed juices. And this one sounds really good, so I think I'm gonna drink it with my dinner, even though I know it's kind of weird to have a juice with their dinner, but like this sounds incredible. This is their pineapple, turmeric, and basil cold pressed juice. Like, it sounds super refreshing for like a hot summer night here in the city. So it is only night one, but I am crazy impressed because this meal is seriously fantastic. It does not taste like a microwavable meal at all. The zucchini noodles are not soggy at all. Like, they have a little bit of crunch to them, how I like them. And then what's incredible to me is like the chicken is actually moist. Usually I find that when you microwave chicken, it loses all of the like extra moisture that makes chicken so delicious. And this really tastes like it was like freshly prepared. The sauce is super flavorful. I don't like spicy foods, so I told them that when building like my meal plan for the week. It's so good though. I'm so excited to like dive into this. And then as far as the juice, it's really, really light and refreshing. I feel like you can't really taste the turmeric much, so it's mostly like pineapple and basil, which I'm definitely a fan of. It's night 2 and we have got the Queso Fundido, baby. This sounds so good. This has grass-fed ground beef, house-made queso sauce, and organic cilantro cauliflower rice, which sounds so incredibly good. Again, we just microwave it for 2 minutes. I even have some lime tortilla chips from Thrive Market, so we're just gonna have ourselves a night. I'm so ready. So it's not the prettiest meal, but it smells so good. Like, this cheese sauce, I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna like mix the rice into this and just eat it that way, rather than like going back and forth. It smells incredible though. In all honesty, I'm really not one to care how my food looks. I just care how it tastes. So before I sit down and eat this, let's do a little taste test on camera. Let's try the rice first. That's so good. Oh my god. Okay, now for the beef and queso. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Okay, I'm done. It's so good. You can literally like lick that entire container. The queso has like a tiny bit of spice to it, but I feel like the rice will kind of help calm it down. But it does definitely have like a little after kick to it. Today we are actually having breakfast. This is the sausage frittata cups with turnip hash. This looked so good. I'm always kind of cautiously optimistic about meal services who do breakfasts, because this is the one category that I feel like they can really taste like refrigerated, if that makes sense. So I'm very, very excited to test this out. The frittata cups still look like they have a good amount of moisture to them, and then this just smells fantastic, so I'm really excited. I do just want to say, because I didn't mention it on my vlog camera when I was trying the breakfast, but I was super impressed by the eggs in this meal. They were still full of moisture, ultra flavorful, weren't dry at all, didn't taste instant. I was really impressed because, to be honest, that is probably the first time that I've ever had like a pre-made meal where the eggs actually tasted like eggs. Guys, I'm so sad. This is my final meal, but it's hopefully gonna be a good one. It smells amazing. This is the grilled chicken with goat cheese polenta. I mean, are you kidding me? It also has organic tri-colored cauliflower. It's literally steaming right now, so I'm gonna have to wait a second before trying it, but I'm very excited because since the first night we started with a chicken dish and it was so delicious, I'm really excited to like end on that note too, and I love anything with goat cheese, so let's eat, people. I don't know how they do this. Like, this chicken is so moist. I know, like, I hate that word, but it's literally the only word to describe this chicken. Like, it's so delicious and flavorful, and it's not dry at all. Also, the goat cheese polenta rocks. It's like a little cheesy, super like flavorful. I am just like, I'm digging this. Like, this is a savory meal. Also, I just want to know, I've been vlogging every single one of these meals with literally not a stitch of makeup on. Like, I know myself. I can definitely look better than this, but maybe it's just because, like, hello, quarantine. All right, so that was kind of like my quick thoughts, first impressions every single day, eating the meals. And now I kind of want to go more in depth into the pros and cons that I found with this. Okay, so the biggest pro and the biggest thing that I took away from this meal service is convenience. Literally, for every single meal, you pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes and then you have this amazing, ultra flavorful and pretty healthy meal. I thought the portion sizes were really good. Again, this is something that when I've tried similar companies in the past, I feel like the portions are pretty small. And I don't have the biggest appetite in the world, but that doesn't mean that I want a portion that's like this big and I'm like, oh wow, cool, like I'm gonna be so hungry in an hour. It was truly like the perfect portion for me though. I found that I could finish the whole meal. I didn't feel overstuffed, but I felt very satisfied, and I didn't need to like snack at the end of the night, you know, if I had had a dinner from them. I know that I keep saying this in both like the vlog footage and this footage, but I couldn't get over how fresh and flavorful everything tasted, especially in times like this where like you can't go out to a restaurant. I mean, you can, but like I don't feel comfortable with it. It really felt like I was eating, you know, really hearty, flavorful food at a restaurant. The first night when I had like the tomato basil chicken or whatever that was, the sauce was so creamy and the chicken was so like soft, and it just like, it cut so easily. I let Kevin have a couple bites and even he was like, this is amazing. Another really big pro is they pretty much deliver everywhere within the United States. I think the only place that they don't deliver is Alaska and Hawaii. But it doesn't matter if you live in New York, if you live in California, if you live in Tennessee, you can literally get these meals delivered to you anywhere. And they packaged it up super nice. Like when I got my package, it was like stored in some like earth-friendly dry ice. Everything was perfect. Nothing came like broken or busted open. However, like anything, there are a couple cons that I kind of saw while like testing out these meals and this business. The first of which is that the sodium level for a lot of these meals is relatively high. But in all honesty, I feel kind of like funny even mentioning this, because in all honesty, when you subscribe to a meal service where you're getting like instant microwavable meals, the sodium level usually is always pretty high. The ingredient list for all of the recipes were super clean. You could literally look at the ingredient list and make out everything that was on the list. However, I do just want to mention that the sodium level is relatively high for a lot of the meals that I tried. Back to the price. While it's still really reasonable for what you're getting, it's definitely not as cheap as making a meal at home. So again, while it might not be the cheapest alternative to like eating healthy at home, it is super convenient. So obviously, like, I don't really recommend eating like pre-made microwavable meals every single night of the week. But if you were to maybe order like 3 or 4 meals just to have on hand for like extra lunches, I think that that would be really helpful and it would be pretty cost effective. And then my last kind of con, as far as the cold pressed juices, I know that these are relatively new to the website, so I'm gonna kind of cut them a little bit of slack here. But in all honesty, besides the first juice that I tried, I wasn't really in love with the flavors. I'd be interested to see them come out with more like simplistic, like basic, really popular juice flavors. I felt like some of these were a little too complicated, so if you're not used to drinking cold pressed juices, they might be like a little out there. But all in all, you guys, I was actually super impressed with this company. And again, I do just want to say I am not just saying that because I reached out to them and they sent this to me for free. I was genuinely so excited with how much I enjoyed the meals. That's why I felt so driven to make a video about this. This is definitely a company that I am now going to go and order from with my own money. Again, just to have a couple of extra meals on hand, because there are just some days where like I'm way too busy to like take a lunch break and make my own lunch, and I'll want something easy and healthy like this to have on hand. And again, no pressure, but if you use my code RUBY2020 when signing up on the Factor 75 website, you do get $30 off your first 2 meals. For a smaller creator like myself, it really does help when you use my code, but no pressure. Feel free to sign up without it. I really would though recommend giving this a try. Like I said, in comparison to other companies that I've tried, this is definitely the best tasting like instant meal service I've ever had. Once again, I do just want to thank Factor 75 so much. The team was seriously incredible and they were so kind to gift me these free meals and also a code for you all. So I do just want to say thank you so much. For a smaller creator like myself, it is not often that I get to work with a company that I admire so much and that I'm such an advocate for, so it just really like touched me. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. We are trying to reach 5K by the end of August, so fingers crossed. I really hope that we can do it. Follow me on all my other social media networks. Links are always in the down bar below. I hope that you guys are having a great day, night, afternoon, whenever you all are watching this video, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Okay? Bye everybody.